following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
I've already assumed we have to use our own bullets on the firing range.
You get... Because the department has training requirements, you get 30 rounds in the range that must be shot
In the
per week.
So I can't go
fine.
and get 30 bullets and just...
No, you have to shoot them off in front of the range master.
Okay.
It is the requirement for keeping up your skills.
I'm going to see Weller. If she's
Okay.
in.
She'll open the door before you even get there.
Weller. Snip it.
I'm so glad you came to see me.
It was orders after all. So you want to know what I saw? I'm sure you've heard we ran a device.
Right. You can talk now.
Worried about people listening.
Look, I know it's not you, so I have to use you. I'm not happy about this. I still think you're dirty. Can't prove it. But there's a spy in this branch, and I want to find out who it is. And you're the only one I know who it isn't.
What makes you think it isn't me?
Because information was being leaked from it before you got here. That makes you not it.
Not a lot of time before I got here.
One day I realize it's slim, but I have to work with what I've got.
Well, we heard from some criminals that the iron sites.
Yes.
That Vice was operating in the area, so they definitely knew. We got their word from somewhere. We ran into looked like a drug handover. Didn't know it was Vice at first.
And the presence of the vice officer didn't give it away?
We hadn't met him yet.
Right.
If it was Slim or Boone, we might have been able to tell, but it was one of those...
The freaks, yeah.
whatever we are.
The Astadorian twins? Couple? No one really knows.
No idea. They handed over...
The heavy weapons unit one's hot. The other one's a bit of a...
I definitely prefer the heavy weapons one over the other.
We're agreed on that.
Anyway, it was a cash for smash, I believe. A lot of cash.
Crooked cop drug of choice.
I took down the bodyguard. I'm sure they've got him locked up. And we detained the vice officer. Until we were later informed of who they were. That's all we saw. They implied that, the dealer implied they were able to step up their operation. Expand it more. Seems like a good vice case. No idea who could be leaking, though. Unfortunately, when we reported it, there's only one person to report it to. So a lot of people suspect we have a vault. It's going to make your job harder.
I want you to keep very close attention as to what information you give to and pass from Lena Romanova.
If I have to.
Meanwhile, you've done as I asked. Here is your payment.
Don't pay.
You're forgetting the funding model of this department. This is your bonus. Here is a receipt. Signed. This isn't bribery or corruption. This is entered into my budget. Neither it is entrapment. I'll hand it over in front of a witness if you want.
Fine.
It's €100. Though I do have to say, if you had taken the first 50, I'd have done you right there.
I'm sure you would have. Well, I wonder what this one looks like. If Vice finds out I've been talking behind their backs, they're not going to be happy.
And you think I'd tell them? I keep secrets for a living. Mint?
I'm fine. And I'm sure I'll find out. I'll leave. Just can't get away from her. Shooting range, I believe she wanted to go to.
You guys go shoot off a bunch of guns. She's got a 6-shot revolver.
She's pretty good with it, I take it.
Her bullets can curve to hit targets.
Smart.
Smart.
Yeah.
American gun. Nice. I like it.
I'm going to try it out for a bit.
I like the weight. Makes me feel like a big man. Yes. Oh, yes.
It's slower than some guns, but you know you're going to be at least hurting the guys you're shooting.
Try my Emperor.
Thank you.
You can't shoot it. You don't have a targeting scope. Smart ammo requires it.
Sorry,
Oh, of
seems
course.
like incompatible with this model.
Of course. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
This was made for me by a fan.
It's good that you've got fans.
It is embarrassing. The other officers make fun of me.
They're probably just jealous.
I'm sure there's a part of that. Also, they feel it detracts attention away from policing. I choose to believe the community relations is part of my job.
Well, yeah, you probably notice around here, all the locals of Watson are very fond of the cops, so we could do with all of the goodwill that comes with having families.
Be a good officer, treat them well, and protect them, and you will turn them around. I believe.
The best I can. Where would you like to see next?
I want to see your swimming pool. Motor pool.
Oh. I don't think we have a swimming pool. But yeah, motor pool. Follow me. It's just down the bottom.
Who's going first down the stairs?
I'll lead her down.
I noticed there's a lot of prevalent, obvious cyberware amongst the officers here. Robot hand, robot arm, 2 robot arm.
Is that different compared to Japan?
There's a new trend to have inobvious cyberware. See, I have real skin coating all of my body, so you can't tell. No seams, no obvious bits.
Oh,
All of my implanted muscle and bone and my frame are custom.
You probably have a higher budget over there. We can't afford that necessarily, especially.
It is a new
we
trend.
have to-
Not all officers can afford it, but the hidden cyberware for more human appearance is seen as being a preferable to the previous trend of very obvious cyberware. You would see lots of like golden arms and silver digits and like obvious hinges and motors was seen as prestigious, a sign of power. Now it is about subtlety, which I feel is very Japanese.
Well, I mean, when you're a police officer, I can mention subtlety is better because that way you can fool the.
Yeah, that is why Arasaka
criminals.
built this, the most subtle police officer ever.
Yeah, but people don't know what you've got.
I am a
There.
woman because I was a woman, but women were chosen because we are nurturing and caring, so people feel more safe and comfortable. I am large because that implies power and protection. I am strong because that implies the same thing. And I am sexy Because there's a large section of the Japanese community who are very thirsty.
Well, you'll at least find that's very common here in America.
That only implies that you are not insane. In the motor pool,
Now you'll have to, I'll introduce you to Claudia.
the
Just be-
Veyron goes,
Oh.
Could still be Wellers.
Yeah, nice car, right?
want.
Yeah, I'll introduce you to Claudia. Now, if she's a little temperamental, it's just because she's been foisted quartermaster duties on top of having to run the motor pool until they get a replacement. So don't blame her, she's just overworked.
I understand.
Claudia.
Hmm?
Like
Oh,
to introduce
hey!
you to a Japanese exchange officer.
I don't know how you caught me here. I just came back to pick up my top.
I'm sure she took off on
she
the
left
motorbike earlier, but apparently she's here.
Lift your top behind.
Lift her top.
There we go.
Oh, the top on her tank. That
Her
makes
tank
sense.
top.
Yeah.
Yes, this is perfect answer.
Of course, you probably would have normally
Whoa.
been home by now.
She yours?
I wish. This is the Japanese exchange officer. You might have heard that
She got a name?
Yurei. Yurei,
Ghost?
Claudia.
Wow, pretentious much? Very. Claudia White? Someone watch a lot of Farscape when they were a kid, huh? You're not American. Really? You picked that up from... what, just meeting me? That's really impressive. So hard to do. Anyway, I run the motor pool, and I'm leaving. I'm off duty. I'm going now. Bye.
Good night, Claudia.
See you later, Vinny.
Oh, we got a cute little nickname. Nice
Bike.
wheels.
Car.
I didn't know that bike was hers until right now.
Ah. She's your entire motor pool?
At the moment, yeah, and quartermaster. We are very
Maybe
understaffed.
maybe our leaders are wrong, and America has very, very industrious police who all outperform us 10-1. Either that, or it is a very shitty motor pool because you do only have one officer in charge of it instead of 10. And she has to fix and build all your car alone.
Look, I'm sure if you went to some of the other more established precincts, you'd find it at least a bit better. I don't know how much, but
Other established precincts are all safer, not exciting, and I will learn little. I want to see America's red backside.
that's fair enough. I'm just saying, don't take this instance to be as an example of all the precincts over here. But I mean, you get to see us at our worst, so anything else can only be better, right?
Computers.
You want to see computers?
Your net crimes division is very important, and I must see it.
Very well. Do you have access? You've been given approved access to that area?
Let us find out. Also, maybe we will meet your partner when he is done meeting with Detective Weller.
That's what he's gone and done. Wait, how do you know that?
If I could not deduce that, what kind of police would I be?
Yeah, but I didn't even know you knew of Detective Bella.
Also, my Chiron has access to your security net, and his tracer, he was in that office.
Well, if you can do that, you're definitely allowed in our IT department. Let's go.
You leave. You bump into these clowns.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Officer Barros, how did your meeting go?
Well, I think she still wants me dead, but
Only if you are guilty.
He wants you dead.
Yeah, well, that's the punishment, isn't it? Where are we off to next?
IT.
Oh, good, we're going to ask about those plates.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll
Vehicle license plates. Not
By the way-
dinner plates.
Car in question did just leave just after. We went on. We just came back from Motorpool. It left as we were arriving.
There's exciting police work going on. Bending down.
You went to the range first, right?
We're
Good.
we're a
Still
little
time.
curious about the car because was she actually jiggling?
No.
Still could have been rolling. It was probably time.
Why did she leave as soon as your meeting was done?
Well, I don't know. I got the hell out of there as fast as I could.
Weller walks past you.
So it's not hers then.
Holy crap. You're the Japanese one, right? Ah, very pleased to meet you, honorable detective. Yeah.
Biting my tongue.
I'm just kidding. What's concentration?
Breasts, Do you always...
Okay.
Of course, a humble female officer may not wear clothes of man. Must be maintain a prominence of womanhood at all times. Huh. I'm gonna go now.
I rolled concentration twice and got 17 both times. I think I'm okay. But as soon as she's out of earshot, I let a bit of a giggle out.
She's just gonna be like,
That was good.
so.
Not so well reply.
It's clearly ma'am. No, she's actually a woman. Yeah, those implanted linear frame bees just chonk
bonk
you
you
up
out,
quite a lot.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you it is. Let's go see what the vampires have got for us.
Your IT room looks exactly the same as ours. It glass and red, but you can't see enough to see what is going on.
How many guys you usually got in your IT department?
Oh, our IT floor is staffed by no fewer than 300 officers at any one time.
IT
All of
floor?
them sworn, all of them excellent, but not good enough to become top tier corporate. So,
Well, if you remove 2 zeros from that, we've got the same amount.
Yeah, you're right.
but this is just one precinct. So, a few IT personnel, all you need, plus your net runners.
Netrunner.
Who? Wait, no.
Singular.
And you met her in the gym. You know, the one who's not allowed to do anything.
Oh,
Well, except
she's
for...
she's your net runner. The only one. And you don't trust her, so she can't do it.
Well, we've been told not to trust her.
Baka.
I mean, I'm not saying I do, but
You worrying about that advice you gave her now?
Yes, I have been very, very foolish.
Well, I guess we'll find out what she's going to do.
she might be in there. We don't know. She might have already gone home, though.
Well, let us go in.
Looks like you do have access.
Well, blah, blah, blah. That's there was a beeping noise. It came from somewhere.
You work in IT, you're not vampires.
It's bright out there!
For a reason. Humans are supposed to need light.
We keep the lights low in here so the contrast of the monitors doesn't need to be turned up. It prolongs the life of the equipment if we don't have to have them broadcasting as much light out of the screens.
Right. I've heard
The
enough.
department's budget cannot sustain replacing equipment like that, so please yield to our superior knowledge in this matter, Officer Barrows.
At least you remembered my name.
Of course I did. You have 4 arms and a boss mustache.
Well, thank you.
You know, I have been thinking of growing one of my own.
I'm sure that would turn out just fine.
Yes, perhaps I will.
I keep telling you, a beard is not a substitute for a jawline.
Yuri, this is our IT department. IT department, eyes up. Eyes up.
They are up.
No, up higher. Her face
Oh,
is up there. There
That's
we go.
also a really good choice.
I am pleased to meet your professional technological. I know you.
You do?
Yes, Flasher Bomber 69420.
Wait, how could you possibly know that?
You accidentally upload the wrong picture, and that is your face. And I have photographic memory.
Well, this is embarrassing.
Not at all. It makes sense that someone so literate and capable of defending Star Wars fan theory on forums so much would be a professional information technology broker.
Well, not good enough to get into a corporation.
Are you alright there, Brendan?
I'm just adding Flash Bomber 69420 to my contacts list.
God. We probably should do the same.
I need to remember this now.
It's not like when you send your characters to me this week, I'm not just going to add it in.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I wish to see the IT department so I can integrate my systems and upload map.
Oh. Well, I'm afraid we've pretty much got cast-off equipment around here.
I brought in a few pieces of my own personal collection, but the compatibility rate is still kind of low. I'm still working on it a bit. But I've only been here for 2 days, so...
Oh, I understand quite capably. I notice there is only one installed Netrunner chair.
Yeah, we only have one Netrunner for the precinct. They're only on during the day.
What stops...
Pretty much nothing. We linked up to the Necrime system so they can get into our architectures remotely.
I see.
Why are you dressed like a cartoon character?
I am a cartoon character.
Oh, that explains... Wait, no.
I'll lean in and look around the corner. Is Miss Renard in her chair? Or?
No.
I take it Miss Renard has retired for the day?
Yeah, her shift was over, and she's required to leave the premises within half an hour of that. Very unfair. You know, I was thinking that we should write a letter of complaint. It's very, very annoying to have a Netrunner who's not allowed to help us do anything.
I think you should write that complaint, but don't be surprised if it doesn't go anywhere.
Of course. Naturally, I don't know who to address that to.
Probably the captain.
Now, that makes sense. You know, I think I will. I'll do that when I get home.
Oh, you boys got any information on those plates?
Well, yes, I was actually able to run those down for you. I feel quite stupid in retrospect.
So, we get a name?
I've been asked to not divulge that.
No.
Sorry.
Captain?
No.
Lieutenant Strong?
No.
Higher up?
In a way.
Weller?
Who?
Well, she's pretty tall.
Oh! No, not her.
Interesting. What's he turning to look at?
Her.
Alright.
Hey, I've noticed something really strange about this whole precinct.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed the women around here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem, right? Like, normally police women are pug-fugly as fuck.
I would
Like
never.
solid bricks of womanhood that basically almost resemble men. But around here, they're all...
I would never make such statements against a fellow officer.
Well, I mean, obviously, like... But,
But I see what you're getting at.
it's weird, right?
It's a mind strange.
I got no complaints.
As long as they do their job.
Actually, I've been noticing that, well, while I was browsing through the personnel files of all the staff here, I noticed that this department seems to be just filled with, well, what I guess you would call screw-ups. Hardly seems the right choice for a brand new, very important department.
Well, there's two theories. One, of course, we're the last vestige of people trying to hold together Watson and they just send whoever they got. Or, if you're saying everyone's screw-ups, then maybe this is just where they throw people they want to get killed away from plain sight.
It doesn't make any sense why Officer Renard would be a screw-up. Her record was completely clean of that sort of thing.
Well, of course, but like she's clearly got something wrong with her. She's on secret double probation for some reason.
Her net running history is exemplary. She was a premium tier corporate net runner. That kind of pedigree just isn't screw up material. We're very lucky to have her.
Then why can't she touch a computer?
I don't know, because the police officers are all jocks and they don't understand how net running works.
Well, I mean, Yuri here is Officer of the Year. In Japan, I'd hardly call that a screw-up.
You're a police officer?
Why do you think we brought her in here? You just, we're gonna just walk
I thought
people
you were
out?
bringing a friend on a tour.
Well, I'd like to think she's a friend. That's up to her, but
I am happy to call you a friend, if that is what you wish.
of course. But yeah, I wouldn't just bring in a friend. She has authorization to be in here.
Huh. Police officer, huh? Very interesting.
You must understand, my personal opinions do not reflect the opinions of the Tokyo Police Force or the Japanese government as a whole.
Well, no, of course not. I just find it bizarre that they would employ someone who thinks Captain Kirk was better than Captain Picard.
Captain Kirk is the perfect starship captain for his era. It would not have been possible for the Federation to advance as far as they did without someone like Captain Kirk leading the way.
In the more civilized times, we require a diplomat.
Backing out.
Also backing out.
You can just leave her there. They'll argue into the small hours of the morning.
But that's what they want to do. I mean, I'll hang around for 10 minutes, and if they're still arguing, I'll be like, "You want to just go write our reports up?"
Yeah, we should get that done. Be here all night
I always
otherwise.
thought Captain Janeway.
And then they're both like, oh, please!
At least she found someone else she can talk to a little more normally.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't distract her from her work. And he from his.
As long as she doesn't distract you from yours.
What are you talking about? I'm fine.
Levy wraps a leg around your neck. Someone's jealous of the nerd.
Hey, yo, Livy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Most people call me Chroma, but you can call me Mommy.
Okay, Mommy.
You're fun. A
Well,
little too
tell me.
eager, but fun. Anyway, you're
Sorry,
off
John.
duty. You're going to get to sleep, or you're not going to be on time to guard the ammunition shipment.
We still have to write up our reports.
Oh, and don't tell anyone about that. There's a mole.
I think
Thanks for
everyone's
the advice.
Even though it's pretty obvious it's that guy in the tech department.
Which one?
Daniel. He's super sus.
It's got some kind of history.
No one just jizzes in their pants the second I wrap my leg around them. So he's hiding something.
Too much information.
Unless he's that much of a virgin.
His name is Daniel.
Good point.
Okay, let's write these reports and then we can get out of here.
Yeah.
Get back to our shipping.
Get out of here.
I mean, homes.
You go down to the report room, you start writing up what some other officers are there. Percival's there with his big scroll and a quill. Yes. 16th January, year of our Lord 2041. In His Majesty's name I didst dispense justice in the following matters this day. For hence I willen that it was indeed a fortuitous, and rather not perforce a display of fine skill, though erudite I may be with quill and sabre, 'twas the miscreant's unfortunate state that did cause him to make the fatal tumble into my capture. Thus interred strongly within the jail, and his freedoms thusly curtailed, I considered the matter to be well closed. But did spy a discarded amount of illicit materials. That I did thus inter within my evidenced pouch, and vouchsafe in the locker most vociferously. Percival Kent, by order of His Majesty's HMNS. Well, that'll sure do.
Officer Kent. All these reports will have to be read by Lieutenant Strong, I imagine.
Oh, absolutely.
Where was I expecting, when they were finished, writing the most cursive and fancy writing for them to press a button and then it puts it into Times New Roman or Arial? So
There we go.
He has wax sealed it.
yeah, it's like, no, this is a literal scroll, literal quill ink.
John laughs a
Just
little
leave
bit,
that to dry.
just thinking about Lieutenant Strong having to read this and getting really fucking pissed.
Quite a woman, Lieutenant Strong. I'm very taken with her.
I'm sure you've got a chance.
Oh, she has that steely professionalism that tells me I don't. Magnificent.
You get that feeling she'd kill you if she could.
No,
And you
no,
took
no,
the
I
wrong
don't. I
step.
get the feeling that she'd just look at me with a slight disappointment, and I'd know my place. And I think I'm in love.
Good luck.
Thank you. No, don't mind me. I have to wait a few minutes for my parchment to dry.
Right.
You know, just between you and me, we don't actually write our reports on parchment in Old Blighty, but you Yanks seem to enjoy a bit of the extra flourish, you know? Makes you feel a bit superior.
Certainly is a hell of a show.
No, thank you. I am nothing if not a showman, great lover, poet, doctor, physician, cartwright, and of course, policeman.
That's a lot of
Wherever
professions.
I may roam.
Man of many talents.
Well, you know, in the Royal Police, we are required to be a bit of a jack of all trades. One must never know if on the field you must tend to another officer to stabilize him, repair your own equipment. Nay, yeah, we are all required to be just a little bit crap at everything.
I'm sure you make it work.
Absolutely, absolutely. As in America, you're all become very good at one thing. Very specialized, I think you'll find.
Yeah, eating donuts.
Classic.
You know where to find real donuts?
No. They're all synthetic.
Huh. Faux nuts.
Right, we better get these reports written. We've already put it off too long.
Mine's almost done.
Well, you look hungry. Don't forget to stop by the Chinese food cart on the way out. There's a vendor right outside. I think they'll move on, but you might catch them. It's very cheap. Pretty good.
It's made out of real Chinese.
Actually, I believe they're both pandas. exotic biosculpting is a real thing.
Right.
But the food is good and very cheap. Try it. It's you suggested.
Well,
I
if
had
it's
lunch
cheap-
there and I haven't regretted it. And clever Chinese, or with their clever little hands and their little ways about them.
It's been a while since I ate.
Well, I better go down to the techs. There is a rather big chink in my armor. Damn Chinese getting everywhere.